All right, what's happening, everyone? Welcome back for another episode of the Chamber Podcast. My name is Rob Johnson, and joining me in the studio is Nick Mannisto.
Hey, Rob.
What's up, man? Good to have you here.
I'm excited to be here.
So you have a lot of irons in the fire, but the main one that people on the main street are probably aware of is Captains on Main.
Captains on Main, brand new. I'm excited to be part of the brand community now.
Yeah, I am seeing people there frequently. I've seen, obviously, the reviews that come in on Google. People seem to really like that place. Mm-hmm. And we were talking in the pre-show a little bit how it's predominantly a breakfast spot.
It was.
Right, exactly. And now you guys have kind of an all-day affair going there.
Correct. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty stressful, but we're getting...
Yeah. I would imagine that no one goes into the restaurant industry looking for like a stress relief.
Mm-hmm.
It's generally just the person that wants to keep heaping it on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about moving from, because you were in the food truck beforehand. So just kind of give us your background, how you got into the food truck, and then how the food truck evolved into what we now know as Captains on Main.
Correct. So the whole business brand is Authentic Entertainment. So we got Authentic Entertainment starting off. We got catering weddings, catering grad parties, all that kind of stuff. And then me dabbling and going into breweries on their day off, kind of doing a themed dinner with beer pairings. Been doing that for selling out beer dinners at Supernatural Brewery and Spirits, working with Eternity, all those kinds of things, and doing little pop-ups here and there as Authentic Entertainment. And then I got the opportunity to kind of start, I've never made pizza before, but this brewery reached out to me, my friend. He's like, this place is looking for a pizza chef, a pizza to run like a tent outside. And so I was like, I never made pizza before, but I can do that. So I watched tons of YouTube video, and then I landed the spot working at this brewery, and then did that for 2 years, and then pandemic hit, and then I was like, I can't slow down now. And then I put the down deposit on the food truck into Captain's Wood-Fired Pies Mobile, going to subdivisions with my team, farmers markets, Howell Farmers Market, Brighton Farmers Market, festivals, all those things, and which led us to now taking over two brothers and turning into Captains on Main.
Something that stuck out as you were just talking there was you said subdivisions. Mm-hmm. So walk me through that. Subdivisions.
People couldn't go out to restaurants during the pandemic there. It was more difficult to get some good quality food. You had to only get takeout. So as food trucks, a lot of other food trucks, we would go into subdivisions working with Neighborhood Bites now it's called. I kind of had an agent too helping book subdivisions out for me as well, and then myself, booking out subdivisions.
Okay.
So we would go in there, go into the cul-de-sac, kind of had the whole community come out, and we would just make really good food, pizza in our standpoint, and get you just back home or in your backyard.
That's really unique, and that is a really good example of how to flex and overcome when obviously people can't go to restaurants in that particular time. What I imagine is the Schwann's truck driving around, where they so you have your your food truck, basically throwing pizzas out the window to residents. Like it's genius. So is the food truck still operational?
Correct. We are slowing down with opening the restaurant now for next year. Once I figure out the restaurant a little more during the winter time, I will be able to put the food truck out part-time at least next year, just during the weekends or something.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned the entertainment angle. So is that, so it started in catering. Was that like DJing as well, or just the catering industry, all food service?
Correct. I built the brand on authenticity. I love DJing. So I built, so I could buy really nice speakers, so I could DJ your wedding. I can then cater your wedding, and I can bake the cupcakes or whatever you need for the wedding. So it made it a little easier for the client that I could do all those things instead of just I could cut down logistics a little bit for you.
Yeah, I'd say so. I've never really, I'm sure they're out there. I've just never heard of someone that does DJing and then also like the catering as well.
So now we have the food truck, so I can do late night snacks. So someone else can cater, I can come in afterward while I'm DJ and then have pizza for your late night snack.
Do you find that a lot of DJs do that, where they kind of do all the things, or is it mainly just compartmentalized?
They just focus on DJ. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I could say myself that I'm not the one scratching all those kinds of things at your wedding. But I'm still a good DJ. I can control a crowd, make it a really good night for you. But just doing a little bit toned down level. That's
Gotcha.
not doing it full time.
Gotcha. Okay. So what's been the biggest challenge in the restaurant industry as you've transitioned from the food truck to a brick and mortar?
Yeah, it's been stressful, but it's dealing with the more hours, the high capital that's needed to invest into the building to make it happen, the unknown fees that I'm now coming up with that I didn't know existed before, the sign, all those kinds of things. But you just gotta keep plugging away, and you just gotta keep going, and then look back later and be like, okay, now I'm here.
On the flip side, what's been one of your favorite things about opening a local shop?
It's the community spot. I want to be part of the community where you're going to come in for a good pie. I can sit down with you for a second. Now getting to that point where hopefully I can sit down with you. I try to touch every single person that comes in. And so I can say, how was your pie for you? I want it to be just a good experience and be the best pizza you ever had, at least.
Now, are you from Brighton?
I'm from Howell.
Okay.
Livingston County. Yeah.
Livingston County. Okay. So I'm relatively new to Livingston County. So let's take Captain's on Main off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a list of your top 5 favorite pizza places in Livingston County?
Livingston County.
I'll put you on the spot.
Yeah. I would say Jets. I love Jets deep dish pizza. That's one of my favorite. But then nothing really else scratches that itch like mine. So
yeah,
I would just say Jets.
I was gonna say it's got to be hard because I imagine like some of the like the Thai places. I'm sure they don't have 5 favorite Thai restaurants. Mm-hmm. It's their own that's their favorite. That's why they opened a Thai restaurant.
I'm trying to make it the Captain standard. So you're using the Captain's pizza, using our pies, and you go into another restaurant, another place, and just taking our pizzas. Like, what does this equivalent to our pizza, the local and the values that we have at our restaurant?
Yeah. So the next time Dave Portner comes back to Ann Arbor, you're gonna try and get him in the shop.
That it's gonna happen, but hopefully it's not too soon. So I'm still working out the kinks. Where it's gonna happen, it's gonna be a good rating. We do a. I don't think I've ever said this on air, but we do or post about it. But we do a New Haven kind of quality pizza, New Haven, Connecticut. It's crispier. It's nothing that is around this area, this type of style.
Okay, and then what? So let's stay on the barstool kick. So what would be an acceptable rating for you?
I would say at least a 9.2.
9.2. Anything below a 9.2 is a failure.
I think so. I think with the quality of products that we use, with the local ingredients that we use, I try to do as much Michigan. We're working with the local farmers in the area, Cardinal Farms, Thai out of White Lake, 2 acres. So I try to do as much local as I can. So hopefully that imparts value into the pizza. So if you can think more about the pizza behind the scenes, it tastes better.
That's cool. So moving forward, so obviously you have a lot of irons in the fire. Just kind of listening to you talk here between the wedding services and then the food truck and then obviously the restaurant. What is next year looking like for you?
Next year, it's just me, just keep going and just learning and just making it better, the service better, finding more cool people to work with, all those kinds of things, and doing beer dinners. And pizza's our first medium to kind of get into the restaurant scene. Yeah. So this is my first kind of jab at it, and so then it's going to be hopefully every quarter we can do a chef-driven dinner of our training from Schoolcraft College, and then just doing a 5-course meal at some of the best food, wood-fired cooking inside of our wood-fired oven.
That's cool. So now, when you were younger, was this always the plan? Going in food services, or I
was going to be a meteorologist first.
Okay, but
Boy Scouts kind of changed my whole direction of things, where I won a cooking competitions, cooking with fire. So that was kind of the basics of where I'm at today with authenticity of the business. So it was all about the fire, kind of bringing people together and people talking about that and spreading the word. So we only use, I only right now use word of mouth to kind of get people in the door. And that's how the food truck's gone as well, with FedEx reaching out to me and UPS and Amazon, all those places, and Pepsi.
That's cool. Now, you have an event coming up, so why don't you tell the listeners about the ribbon cutting and then what the game plan is on that particular day?
Yes. November 18th, that is a Friday at 4:30, I think that we have it for. We're going to do actually a ribbon slicing. So I'm going to slice it with a pizza cutter.
Okay.
Instead of a ribbon cutting, it'd be ribbon slicing. I think it's going to be a cool thing, and everyone can come dressed up as, not dressed up, but everyone comes in a ugly sweater just to ring in the holiday season, because it's just been a rough couple of years, and I think it'd just be, I don't know, just be cool.
Yeah, and that's the weekend before Holiday Glow, or the Friday before Holiday Glow, right?
Which kind of cemented everything together off of that event. So
No,
it is kind of the same kind of timeline of when I actually started making pizza at the brewery.
No, that's fantastic. Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the insight. And then if people want to know more about you, learn about the businesses, what's the best place for them to do that?
Mm-hmm. You can call me at 517-505-0776. That's now the business line. You can order a pizza through that phone number, or follow us on Captains on Main on Facebook, or Captain's Wood Fired Pies on Facebook as well. And
are you guys running 7 days a week right now?
Yes, 6 days. We're only closed on Mondays right now, which hopefully by the spring we'll be open on Mondays, and hopefully be open every day for your pie needs.
Good deal. Well, I appreciate your time, man. Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Rob.
Absolutely. All right, friends, that's going to wrap up another edition of the Chamber Podcast. I appreciate you all listening, and I will catch you on next week's show. Take care.